What's up, guys? Back with another render reboot tutorial. I'm going to show you how I created realistic interior lighting in Twinmotion. Let's get right into the video. All right, so the first thing you notice is that we have a minimalist bathroom and we have some lighting in our ceiling here. We have a perimeter light, strip lighting here, and we also have lighting that we're going to apply into these voids here that's in our shower area to just kind of highlight some of the products that are there. We're going to also add some lighting to our mirror and underneath our mirror as well. I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. Guys, stick around because this is going to be a great tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, so first thing that we want to do is let's use our neon. So we go to materials, we go to neon, and we're just going to use neon 01. Okay. We're going to drag that onto our viewport here. Let's delete that. Okay. So we have that, our neon 01. We're going to use that for our perimeter lighting as well. So we're going to go here and you cannot see our perimeter lighting, but when I hover over there, you'll see that I have a strip lighting that's going all the way around the border of our ceiling. Okay. All right. We're also going to add this neon 01 to our mirror, but we're just going to add it to this part here. Okay. All right. So now that we have that, let's make some adjustments to the glow. I believe 100 is a little bit too bright, and we're going to reduce that significantly. So let's do 0.10. You know what? Let's do 0.5. So here, if we go to details, we can change the color temperature. Right now, it's currently at 6,500. Let's change that to 4,500. Okay. So as you can see, that did give us more of a warm tone to our emissive light, which is what we're looking for. So hopefully that turns out pretty good. All right. So now that we have those, one special note that I want to put out there is that our HDRI is already set and it's going to give us that natural lighting that's going to shine through our window, this big opening here. So the artificial lighting is just going to help add that warmth and the depth that we're looking for to help complement that. So that is the hopes for that. Okay. So here for these voids that is in this back wall here, in this concrete wall in our shower area, I'm going to use this light and we're going to do area lights. Okay. So we're going to pick area light and we're going to drag and drop to our viewport here. Okay. We can enable our shadow. Try to see where it's located. Okay. So see if we change the length of this. Okay. So now we can see it. So it just needs to be oriented 90 degrees. Okay. So we're going to change our width to 0.1. Okay, we'll rotate it back 90 degrees. We're going to move it up. Okay. And everything else looks good. The color temperatures, we're going to keep it at 4,500. We'll keep our shadows enabled. And as you can see, it's starting to add that depth So when we have a void in the wall and we add some artificial lighting, it looks really good when you hit render. So the whole point of this is to create as much realism as possible using the natural light and artificial light in our scene. So let's copy. We're going to drag it down to the next void here. Okay. I'm going to do Control C, Control V, and we're going to add another area light there. So as you can see, we have all three area lights placed in these voids here. And we can go to our scene graph, just highlight all three of those, Control C, Control V. We're going to drag the other set onto the other side here. We're just going to make sure it's lined up. Okay. So as you can see, our wall looks pretty good. It's lit pretty well. Okay. So now that we have that, let's light up our mirror space here, right underneath our countertop. We're going to use another area light here. Okay. So we just adjusted the length to 0.1. Let's adjust our width to 1.4. Can't seem to find the 4. All right, 1.4. Okay. So now that we have that, let's try to center it some. Let's move it closer to our wall. And we're going to move it into the void a little bit here. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. I think that looks good. All right. So I think that we have all of our lights lit. We have our natural light here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like when you have the path tracer on. So now you can see that it's way too bright. So obviously I forgot to do something. So we're going to click that off. Okay, so I believe what's going on, the reason why our scene looks blown out is because our area lights and our voids here have too much high of an intensity. So we're going to make adjustments there. So let's go to our scene graph and we can just highlight those area lights. Okay, all 6 of those. And as you can see, our intensity is at 300. Let's decrease that to 0.10. And now it looks like the aerial lights are not on, but when we hit path tracer, you'll see the difference. Okay, so now that we have that, let's hit our path tracer. Okay, so now you see the aerial lights are lit. Our scene doesn't look blown out. You also see our perimeter, our strip lighting here using the neon as well as our recessed lighting in our ceiling here. So I think it turned out pretty well. And let's look at the other areas. So here, so now we have one area light that is still high. Let's make an adjustment to that one. So it's at 300 and we should have adjusted that one too. So 0.10. Okay. So now it looks pretty good. We can see the subtle RF area light here and we see our neon lighting, emissive lighting here. I believe it looks pretty good there. Okay, so here we have our HDRI that's doing the work for our natural lighting. And then we have a touch of our artificial lighting in the voids here. And this is how I lit up my scene and you utilize some of the artificial lighting that was available to me using Twinmotion. So guys, I hope that this was helpful. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe bell, and we'll be back with another one.